This is Brave New Wonders. It's a automation city builder, brand new, very, very early, very, very interesting. Let's jump on in, shall we? And so we are in. There is apparently a train station in the sky that leads across. We play as the Pioneer. There's a little bit of a sort of enforceable tutorial that we have to go through, but I'll do my very best to explain what is going on. So this is our little automation sort of thing. This is our sort of buildable area, and we will indeed be building around. We can switch camera modes, and honestly, I prefer this camera mode, which is grand. Thank you very much, the mentor, the pioneer, etc. We don't really need to worry about that. But what we can do is we can interact with different things in the world. For example, there is a broken mover over here. There is a compute core, and we can move that compute core into our own storage. We can take it across to, thank you, to this automation factory, and we can put the compute core into here, and that's going to allow us to make an automation. And with this automation, we are going to be able to produce a variety of robots and fun, exciting things. For example, we can build, in the first instance, a mover. This mover, thank you very much. Thank you very much. This mover costs one of those automation cores in order to build, and what we can do is we can actually give it specific instructions that we want to see. So at the moment, in this version of the build, we are not able to sort of give it specific instructions, but we are able to tell it, you know, it's a mover bot, and we want it to go from here. This is a little supply cache thing, all the way over to the train station. Program your first drone to transport resources and the supply drop to train station. Look for a supply drop and collect all the resources and deposit them in train station. Yeah, that's fine. We can do just that in just a second. But we've got a few compute cores, crystal shards, metal plates, etc. that we will wait for the little mover to move across. Right, whilst we're waiting for that to happen, why don't we go and look for a supply drop and collect all the resources and deposit them in the train station? That's fine. So yeah, we can explore a little bit of this world. The sort of lore in this one, I think it's that it's a sort of post-apocalyptic world. The old world is gone. We are like a student or something. I'm not really sure. There's a supply cache. There's a few supply caches that we're going to just pick up around the place. What is this over here? A coal mine? Okay. That's cool. Come catch me at the academy. You'll need to visit. Yeah, we will do that in just a second. Right. What else is there? A metal ore mine in this area. Anything else of particular interest? There is another supply drop. I do not have the space in my little pioneer thing in order to fully empty that supply drop, but that's fine. Any other intel that I want to get over here just whilst we're... Oh, this area is quite large, actually. Oh, it's blocked. Blocked with a tree. Although, we could dismantle this with dynamite, and there was dynamite in that supply cache over there, which is A-okay with me, and there's another supply cache over here. Okay, so there's loads of supply caches around that I probably need to explore, and yeah, the map is up in the top left-hand corner. Should have spotted that. It's pretty darn large. It's pretty darn large. How's the emptying of this supply cache coming along? Honestly, taking a little bit of time. Let's help out the mover bot and do some of this stuff manually. The reason being is that in order to progress to the next stage, I'm gonna need these crystals anyway, so I've already moved 20 of them across into the train station. We can move the other 5 over here. Cool. So after we do that, we can head on over to the base. Visit your friends, research technologies. Yeah. Where is this? What is this? I don't actually know. All that I do know is that I need to research mining, researching... There we go. Thank you. Skip through that a little bit there. Research mining is going to unlock the ability to build a smelter and a miner. It's going to cost me 25 crystal shards. I will do that. We will research it pretty much instantly, which is grand. From there, we can set up a miner drone, a small automation that can mine ore and deposit it into storage, move significantly slower than a mover. Yeah, so, amazing. Brilliant. Thank you very much. So after we have zoned that, what we can do is we can go back to the train station, Potato, grab a few of these automation cores. Grab 20, actually. That's fine. Head on over to the automation factory and just bang all these suckers right in, or bang them in 5 at a time. This is going to allow me to make, as I say, the automation cores, which is what we are so desperately after in order to make the drone miner. Boom, we've got it, and suddenly it is up and running. Now, we can give it some instructions. We will say, hey, you're a mining bot, and I can get you to pick up from the crystals. Now, I'm supposed to deliver to the train station, but if I deliver to the supply drop, will the supply drop disappear if it runs out of resources? Well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Either way, that's the drone mining the crystals. Excellent. That's good. Yeah, maybe it'll stick around. That's excellent. Right, pick up more of these things and stick in more of those. Fantastic. And we'll get another thingy over here. Bang that in. And you should now be able to mine here. And I guess you can just sort of go straight to the train station. That's fine. Okay, that's good. So mine 4 crystals, mine 10 metal ore. That is all underway. That is good stuff. We're doing the mining of the crystals over there. We're supplying to the supply drop, which is a little bit inconsistent because the mover bot is taking such a darn long time. But I suppose there's nothing stopping us from just getting another mover bot and just saying, hey, mover bot, here to here. There we go. And, yep, we are fully underway with metal as well. Very, very nice indeed. Right, let's get 10 crystal shards. Let's get the 10 metal ores. Let's get that done. Alright, just been around collecting a few more bits and bobs from supply caches around the place. I think that should be my metal ore, or at least it will be coming very shortly indeed. Let's plop that in. I'll take a few more out of here, actually, just so that we can go and... There we go. Bang a few more... Bang a few more of these suckers into there. Take, can't transfer item. Transfer that item. Okay, we can't transfer it. That's fine. Empty that. Take this out. Fantastic. And then stick more stuff in. That's fine. We can do it. As long as we're clever about this, we can get the order right. There we go. There we go. Okay. Produce my first smelter. Produce refined crystal and research logistics 1. Okay. So the smelter... The smelter is going to be, let's put it like here, I guess. So we're going to need 2 metal ore and some crystal shards. I should probably pick up the resources that I need just to make sure that I've got them to hand. We'll take 6 of them. Sure, we'll take 6 of these as well. That is great. There must be some way to upgrade my capacity because I really do not rate having such a small inventory. It does kind of suck. Okay, so we don't have power. There is a power system. We can get ourselves a power pole. Ah, look at that. Okay, so what is this thing? This is an infinite power plant. Oh, well, just that's exactly the type of power plant that I need. Okay, bang that sucker down over there. What do we need? We need one of these metal plate things. That's fine. Pop back to the train station, which is where we have stored everything. That's fine. And bang that in there. Suddenly the power grid is looking good. Okay, so what do we want to make? We can make metal plates from ore. We can make refined crystal. Or we can make thermoplate from, like, I don't know, squishy gel balls. We're after refined crystal, though. And here's what we can do. Moverbot, cancel your orders. We'll do Moverbot here to here. There we go. And honestly... yeah, I guess you can continue to move to the train station because 50% of the time we'll probably need more. Now, I should really be... that's not really what I wanted to be doing, but that's okay. I should really probably be getting some more... I mean, more miner bots, more mover bots. This miner bot, for example, this mover bot, for example, we're going to go from here to here. So you're going to take whatever the output of this thing is, which is the refined crystal, and we will get that moved across to there, which is grand. Can I go and visit the base and see what we actually need? So logistics 1. Logistics 1 is 10 refined crystal and 5 metal plates, and that's going to give me a warehouse. Okay, that's going to be good. Blueprint mode is... I mean, we can enter blueprint mode. That's very, very cheap. Fine. Automaton intelligence... that's going to require Cortex chips. The text is a bit of a, yeah, the wrapping kind of strangely, but that's fine. A weapons factory, okay. We've got a general factory. The requirement for that is much lower than anything else. That looks like it's going to produce some Cortex chips that I'm going to need for automaton intelligence. And then energy 1, a solar power collector. Why would I need a solar power collector if I've got infinite amount of power? I don't know. Right, manufacturing 1 is honestly probably something that we're going to need to get. I'm going to need to get metal plate production set up as well. So let's build ourselves. Let's build ourselves an additional smelter. And you know what? The added bonus of the smelter, there we go. The added bonus of the smelter is that it is going to change the routing for these suckers so they can just go there. There we go. Fantastic. I think we got enough. I think we got enough resources. I think we got enough metal resources in the train station. So you know what? That's fine. Metal plate. Let's do it. Literally just plain old metal plate. We will plonk down another mover. Fantastic. You can go from here to here. And that will be the output. I'm not sure what you're going to do. You're going... Oh, the supply drop is completely despawned. Well, I guess that has answered that question. Turns out it will completely just disappear if you don't use it. You're already on the output. So we got 2 movers spare, basically. That's fine. Right, tell you what, build another one of these. Do I need automation core? I do. There we go. And build an automation core. Fantastic. Set you to be mining bot there to there. Good. Okay, so at least that is going to give us pretty regular refined crystals. What did I say I needed? I needed 10. I mean, well, this mover is going to be doing a fine old job, but we still only have 3. That feels like a not very large amount. Yeah. Yeah. What was the other thing that we could make in the smelter? It was thermoplate. Do I want to make thermoplates? I feel like the answer to that is no. Yeah, okay. Manufacturing. I mean, coal? Can we go and mine coal? I mean, we have a coal node, right? Yeah, there's a coal node over here. There's a gas node over there, which we need help with. We can't mine it directly. More metal ore. More metal ore. A breakable wall with some dynamite. More dynamite. Okay. I mean, yeah, there is coal. There is definitely coal. Not in super large quantities over here. But, I mean, we can always plop down a miner or 2. And we can just say, hey, mining bot there to there. I mean, it's a pretty inefficient system. But I'll do it. Sure, whatever. We'll at least start the process of getting the coal. Right, other than that, let's just save up our refined crystals until we have got enough. It should not take very long. We need just 2 more, and then we'll be able to get logistics 1. Alright, the goods have been acquired. Let's jump into the base, take logistics 1. Fantastic. Okay, so technology unlocks backup capacity, move speed, etc. Let's research, manufacture, build a general factory. Yeah, I will do that. I want to build a warehouse first, though, right? Like, I can do that. We need 5. Build a warehouse. Build it like here. Yeah, build it there for very obvious coal reasons. And what I'm thinking is that we can just drop our coal resources off. Yeah, drop our coal resources off. Mining bot here to there. And you do there to there. Okay, so that's fine. So what do we need for to unlock manufacturing? We need a little bit more coal, we need a little bit more metal plate, and we need a few more refined crystals. Easy. Okay, we'll get that in like no time at all. Alright, the goods have been acquired. Let's nab ourselves the manufacture node. Oh, the coal is apparently it needs to be in the train station. If it needs to be in the train station, I can do that pretty much instantaneously. There we go. If I do need to move the resources between the warehouse and the train station, we can always hire a mover to do that. That would be fine. I would not mind it. Right, okay, nab that. That gives us access to a second one. Right, so this general factory, we can start making stuff pretty much immediately. Let's get these resources pinned so that I know what's going on. What the heck? Again, very, 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 like, early on. I mean, I think this is, like, pre-alpha stuff. This is, like, very, very early, very, very early build. But that's what we need. We need 50 coal, which we have. We need simple kits, we need thermoplates, we need cortex chips. So, let's nab ourselves a factory. Let's build that here. We need 4 plates, one of these. Fine, throw that in there, throw that in there, and that will give us what we're after. So, crystal compounds. Oh, I have a map here from your predecessor. I'm marking some points of interest on the map. Cool, let me check it out. Points of interest are marked in your minimap. Fine. We'll deal with that in a bit. Right, we need to sort out the power situation. We can do that by building one of these. That's fine. And then, yeah. So what do we want to make? Simple kits? The crystal compound is going to be the first thing, right? Yeah, the cortex chip. Ugh. Ugh. And we need 40 of these things? Okay, well, we'll probably explore the island. Explore the point of interest farthest south of the train station. Is that this one? Or this one? Because that's, I suppose, that's farther south, but either way. Right, okay, so if we want to make the crystal compound, which is exactly what I think I want to do, we're going to say this mover is going to go from here to here. Excellent. And then you are going to go from there to there. And that will be at least the manufacture of the crystal compounds. Great. The next thing that I will need to get is this mover. Although, do we want... No, let's not maybe deal with that mover quite yet. Instead, let's get another general factory. Get the general factory over here. 1, 2. Great. 1, 2. Add that in there. Perfect. It's all gridded already. So crystal compound we're making. Cortex chips we can deal with. The simple kit I will get you to do here to there. And then we also need to manufacture some more metal plates. So you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking let's get a new process for this. Okay, place that there. Place that there. Then a smelter, which I will conveniently place there. Nice. You are going to go here to there. You are going to go here to there. That is fine. Do we have a spare mover bot? I thought we did have a spare mover bot. We do have a spare mover bot. That mover bot is going to take the output from there to there. It's good. And then we are going to make metal plates. Yep. And then that's fine. Oh, we are running out of power, apparently. Our power grid is stressed. Even though this is an infinite power plant, it only generates 4 megawatts. And the grid load does occasionally get a little bit large. Right, we need 50 coal in order to get a solar power plant, and we need a couple of crystal compounds. We can do that very, very easily indeed. Right. Give me all the goodies. I think it's probably just easier if I manually transfer these things, because it's only going to take like what, 3 journeys, something like that. Yeah, that's 2. Stick that in there. Stick this in there. Yeah, there we go. And that is my 3rd. Good. We don't want to go overboard, so get that done. That's going to unlock energy too. What is that? A power plant? This is very buildable. The solar power collector is plates, whatever the refined crystal things are called. Good thing I've got plenty of them. I'll take a few. We'll do solar power collector, build that over here. Great. Manually unload, so what is it, 5 more? We need 10 of these. Fine. 5 of these. Fine. And what was the other thing? I think it was these things, right? Yeah. So we clearly can't build too many of these solar collectors, but how much are we going to get? 4 megawatts? Literally just 4 megawatts from that solar collector? That feels like a bit of a swizz, to be honest with you. But that's okay. Right, so that's going to be simple kits started. Thermoplates. Thermoplates are going to be in the smelter. So let's get ourselves a smelter here. Feels a little bit close to the bone, but that's okay. Yep. That. Good. Thermoplates, we will just take the get item from general factory, deposit at general factory. Yeah, do I need to be using 100% of this, or can I use... Can I perhaps place down another mover, for example? Where are my automaton cores? Oh, yeah, I see. You need a new place to mine from. Go mine from here. And deposit there. And same with you. Go mine here, deposit here. Good. I suppose the point of having a warehouse is that you have all of the sort of ingress points and you have all of the sort of egress points set to the same building. And if you do that, then it's a slightly more efficient sort of operation, I suppose. Am I that bothered? No, I'm not. There we go. Get you in there. Good. Okay. So I want to go moverbot here to here, and hopefully it'll alternate with which moverbot ends up taking the crystal compound. I can but hope, but I suppose we will see in due course. Right, let's dump all of the excess resources that we've got, and then let's head out into the big wide world. There is dynamite waiting for me over here, which I am very, very keen to pick up, because ooh, there's a point of interest. Old world clear backpack. A sleek, transparent container with a built-in mount design. Okay. Bring it back to the artificer to take a look. Well, let's grab the dynamite first. I'll grab the computer cores as well. Yeah, let's get into proximity of the... There, that thing. Let's also... Okay, literally just disappears. I was going to say, let's throw the dynamite in there. Okay, a little bit more information on the world here. Okay. There are enemies. There are enemies in this world. That is now making perfect sense why we need a weapons factory. That is kind of, yeah, worrying, I would say. Okay, yeah, bring the resources back here. I don't know what we're gonna do with regards to everything else. I mean, what does weapons cost? Combat, yeah. 10 energy cells, 20 crystal compounds, simple kits. I mean, we are working on the simple kits, but it's going to take a while, I feel. Thermoplate, we are working on the thermoplates as well. That's good. We need 10 of them. That's fine. Right. Add that in there. Backpack technology, resource requirements, 1012. Right. So that unlocked the technology in the technology tree, did it? It did. It's in logistics. So I'm going to pin that as well. I do like the fact that you can pin things. That's good. Right. Where do I want to go? I think I want to explore, even though I run the risk of dying. I think it is worth exploring. I mean, we can avoid the robots at least somewhat, but that's fine. Yeah, I mean, this is a small setup. I feel like I need to expand greatly, but I feel like I might just be able to sort of find my way out of a lot of the problems that we have. I feel like we're kind of supply gated at the moment. We don't really have... Can I sneak past you? Yes, we can. We don't really have a lot of good answers to our supply issues without drastically changing our setup. That's an enemy in there, but you're gated behind that thing. What do we got? A supply column here. Yoink. There's an enemy there that is prohibiting me entry, but that's okay. We'll just keep on exploring. Anything of interest over here? There will be a way to make dynamite. Drop the compute cores. Take everything else. And, you know, I'd take the compute core as well, I suppose. If we got the space, that's fine. It's just the stuff that we don't have space for, or if we don't have space for something, then we'll just drop the compute core. And have I got the stuff from there? There's 5 compute cores in there. That's... I'm okay to give that a miss. Okay. Head back to the base. That's a good amount of resources that we found. It's not really going to set the world alight, but that's all right. All right, let's get unloaded. I'm noticing, by the way, that my output for simple kits is apparently going gangbusters. That's great. Outputs for thermo panels as well, also looking good. I mean, just with that alone, we are like 50% of the way through the requirements. I should probably start working on these Cortex chips, shouldn't I? Yeah, I really should. I really should. I think we're going to need... Here's the problem. I think we need to get some more factories. And I think we need to kind of change the way that we do things. I think we need to change the way that we do things. I think we need to have like a warehouse here, right? Because I need a lot of refined crystals. So if I'm gonna build refined crystals, then I should probably have them all feeding into the warehouse and then feeding out to the respective factories. So let's do that. What do I need for smelters? I just need some ore. Yeah, 6 ore and then 6 crystals. That'll be fine. There we go. Okay. So here's my current thinking. We're gonna nab a warehouse. Beautiful. Then we will get a not just one, but 2 smelters. Is this gonna put extra strain on my power grid? Almost certainly. But we can get that built. That's good. That all works immediately. We then immediately want to make this and this right here. We're going to say you can stay working away at that. We're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4 automaton things. Do you have any cores in there? No. Do we have any cores in here? Yeah, we sure do. Right, nab 7 cores. Come on out here. Get these all sorted. There we go. There we go. There we go. And there we go. Okay. So I don't think blueprint mode, unfortunately, I don't think that works with setting automatons. In fact, I just don't understand how it works. But anyway. Right. Mining bot. Mining bot. Mining bot. Mining bot. Mining bot. Mining bot. Yeah, fairly simple for us to get all of this set up. What we really want to do is we want this mover. Here's the thing. Can I get this mover to move? No, okay, so the movers at the moment, right? At the moment, they can only do simple, like, single instructions. So there to there, there to there, which is fine. Look, don't get me wrong. It's fine, but it'd be nice to be able to set up and say, hey, I want a single robot to do all of the sort of collections around the place. Also, I need way more power, don't I? Yeah, I'm desperate for the old power. Right, build another one of these. That will replace this journey. That's fine. And what did I say I needed to work on? The Cortex chips. Yeah, so the Cortex chips, we can manufacture that here. What do I need? 1, 2... I need a few more bits and bobs. That's fine. There we go. And there we go. Great. Bang that in there. Bang that in there. So, just say Cortex chip here. And we get 2. We do get 2. Okay. And we've actually... That's exactly what we need. Like, this is it. Okay, hold on. I've had a brainwave. I'm gonna move you to making Cortex chips. No, don't tell me that we lost. Don't tell me that we lost those 10 things from there. Oh, no. Oh, we can make energy cells as well. That's good. Okay, I'm gonna have to make the simple kits. Oh, no. We didn't lose the simple kits. We can still pick them up. Brilliant. Okay, I don't care about simple kits anymore. Sorry, scrap that. Cortex chips. Great. Now we need refined crystals. You can drop whatever you're doing, and instead, we're going to do mover crystal from here to here. That's what we're going to do. Great. Then I can unload all of these things. That is everything that we need. That will soon be everything that we need. Excellent. That's a 4th thermo panel. Love to see it. We're up to 11. We need 10. Can I do the backpack research? I can 100% do the backpack research. I will do that just on the basis that it will probably be useful. This technology is researched. What is it going to give me? It gives me 100. The ability to store 100 items. That is fantastic. That is really, really good. You give me that. Yep. We don't need your thing anymore. And you can just do that. And I will go here and I will collect all of these bits and bobs. Amazing. And there's also another little pile that I accidentally made, but that's fine. Okay, so far so good. We're at least starting the process of making the chips. I probably do need one more of these. Yeah, so let's do, instead of making that, you can do that. We'll get one mover. Yeah, one mover. Do I need some more automation cores? I think I do. Yoink these. Yoink them into here. There we go, so that we can try and nab some automation cores. I'm going to need to get at least 2 additional movers. There we go. And this mover is going to do here to here. And then we will get another mover, which I'm about to get out of there. We're going to do you from here to here. Okay, so as long as we've got refined crystals that are continuing to come into the warehouse, which for the most part I think is true, we will be sorted. Let's get one more mover. Let's get a few more automation cores. Let's pump that automation core into there. And then you are gonna do, what do we think here? I'm thinking that we'll probably get the output from here to there. And then you can just get scrapped and you can just do nothing. So we now have this output from the general factory going into the Cortex chip manufacturing, and then we have the output of this general factory going into there. Why is it that I haven't dealt with the, individual ones? Why is that the case? I don't know. That just does not make sense. But anyway, right. Do I want to queue up the weapons? I think I kind of do. And in fact, we're not a million miles away from being able to do that. Sure. We can get combat tier 2 and we can get a player gun. Right. Right. Is the player gun the most important thing? Explore the point of interest farthest south of the train station. I mean, we need dynamite. I presume dynamite is gonna... Where is dynamite producible? Manufacture 2? Is it combat 2? Oh no, it's right here. Okay, yeah, I think we get this. I think we get this as a priority. So energy cells, I don't know how we make them. Everything else we actually have. We're not delivering them to the train station, but it's fine. We can fix it. Right. The Cortex chips, yeah, we're pretty happy with that. They're coming along nicely. Energy cells. Oh, it's 5. It's 5 of these. It's 5 of these refined crystals. 5 of these refined crystals in order to make this. I tell you what, let's stop. Let's stop making thermo panels here and dismantle. Yeah, dismantle that. And we'll pick up the resources as well. If I just dismantle... Oh, sure. Yeah, we can get another general factory. Get a general factory right here. This general factory does energy cells. Fantastic. You, who are currently doing nothing, can go from here to here. You can go... Oh, we need thermo panels. Manually need to add the thermo panels. Right. Well, sure. Add the thermo panels in there. We can have them produced manually for now. I don't want to... I'll just let this process... I'll just let this process run a little bit. And we'll see where that takes us, yeah. Right, I think I've got the goods for the combat upgrade. We need to add that to the train station, which is fine. We need to add a few more of these to the train station, and with that, we can go and visit the base and get combat, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, that's going to give me a weapons factory, which is great. It says it unlocks tier 2 and a player gun, but I don't understand how that works. Let's build the combat factory. Sure, we'll build it right in there. Because, I mean, what could possibly go wrong? Right. What could possibly go wrong with it being in such close proximity to the train station? I don't know. I don't know. Dynamite. Okay, 5 coal and a simple kit. It's probably not something that I want to be manufacturing in like unbelievably large quantities. But that being said, like we do need it. We do need it. Right. Yoink that. Great. Yoink this. Fantastic. Okay, so dynamite. There's a couple of different things that we need to consider. First of all, we need to explore all the way down here. Now, I have gone down here, and I don't know if robots can actually kill you. I've taken a few hits, and I'm not really necessarily sure if they can. There's a few scattered resources around here. There's probably, yeah, there's another one in there. There's a point of interest here. There's a point of interest here. That looks like the big sort of most southerly one. There's another point of interest in this area. Not to mention the fact that there's going to be, presumably, a whole bunch of resources to collect along the way. All right, go bang in a few of these resources. Dynamite, good, we're getting dynamite. Put in a bunch more coal. That's fine, and in fact, I will come and get as much coal as I possibly can, actually. Yeah, come and get as much coal as I possibly can, so that we can try and increase that to the maximum level. Put some excess coal into the train station. That's fine. You can give me this. And then the excess will just stick back into the train station after we are done with that. Is there anything else that I don't really want to carry around? I'm just trying to think if I go on a little sort of like mini expedition. I think I'll wait until I maybe have like, I don't know, 5, maybe 6 dynamites. And then I think we'll just sort of head out into the big wide world. Right. 8 dynamite has been acquired. Let's go and take a little trip down what is this, the coast, I suppose? And see what we have got. So, that's not a log there. There's a log here, which probably leads just independently to multiple different different points of interest. So I think we'll go and do that. Oh, I do have 30 coal on me, but whatever. Who cares? We'll deal with that. We'll deal with that later. Let's yoink this in there. That is a very unsatisfying result, but that's fine. There's a enemy robot in here, but I'm not going to get too waylaid by that. What have we got in this area? Anything of interest other than the point of interest? An old world broken drone. You notice that even though it's dead, it's still in very good condition, including its combat system. You take the relic back to base, you might be able to defend yourself. Okay. That's fine. What's this? What is this here? Metal ore? Fine. Keep going, keep going. Supply... What the heck? Okay. Can I come this way instead? No. No, we're not allowed to go that way, apparently. Is there another route into this area? Oh yeah, there totally is. Let's go up here. And we'll yoink another dynamite into there. Very unsatisfying destruction. What's up here? Is that a supply cache? It absolutely is. Some goodies, I'll take them. They're decent. But what I'm most interested in... Oh, another supply cache. Yeah, what I'm most interested in is the point of interest down here, which I will get to in just a sec. I wish there was a way that I could increase my, like, little movable speed thing. Oh, those kits are nice. Cool. I won't bother taking the other stuff. Right. Where exactly... Supply cache there. Where exactly is the point of interest? It's right here. An old world vehicle seems to be in better condition. Maybe if you take this relic back home, you'll be able to move faster. What a coincidence! I genuinely did not know that was possible. I promise. Right, yoink those cores as well. Anything else down here? I mean, I'm not going to come back into this area. There's pretty much nothing for me. Right, okay, nothing. We've got all of the goodies. Fine, this supply cache only has a few compute cores in. That's a-okay. Right, next thing, let's go and head down here and see what is behind this big old massive fog. Yeah, so here we are, by the way, approaching the enemy robots. And, yeah, I don't think... I just don't think they do anything. Maybe I'm missing something? Like, is there a, like, HP bar on the screen? Oh, there is a little HP bar on the screen down there, although, to be fair, I've not actually seen it hit 0 before, so, could mean anything. Right, let's come down this way, avoiding, ideally, all of the enemies. Yep. Can I click this? Can I click this? There we go, and we don't even die. The enemies just decide to distance themselves from me. Old world gas processor. Oh, okay. Apparently you can die. It's just unbelievably, unbelievably tedious. A few seconds ago, sure, yeah, we'll load that. Doesn't really matter, I don't think. It takes ages to die. It takes absolutely ages to die. We can take a load of hits, and it's even more disconcerting because clearly the enemies don't have sound yet. So that is that is somewhat disconcerting. Right. Come on. What am I? Get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of there. Don't die. Don't die. Don't die. Don't die. We'll recharge our HP and then go back in. Right. I want to see what the gas processor does. It shouldn't take very long to get back to that area. So that is what we will do. All right, running the gauntlet now. Let's go here. Let's only actually aggro one, because if we aggro one, it's fine. Old world gas processor, set up scaffolding, and explore the structure. Oh, that's gonna take a lot of resources. Like, a lot of resources. Yeah, like, more resources than I really... You defeated a bunch of drones that were guarding this place. Lol. Absolutely did not. Absolutely did not. But I suppose that is the repair objective. So 200 metal plate, 40 energy cells, 25 dynamite in the automation cores. Honestly, of all of the things that is challenging to build, it's the flippin' energy cores. The fact that it takes 5 of these crystal compounds is kind of crazy. Yeah, that's a lot. Right, what I do want to check out, um I did want to check out the new bits of research that we could try and figure out how to do that, but I don't... Seems like it's kind of deleted that from the exploration of the island area. Oh, no, I just haven't picked up the vehicle parts. Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, ladies and gents, I think we're going to wrap things up right about there. Yeah, this is very, very early. It is very, very rough. Like, let's not beat around the bush. It is early. It is rough. Is there something here? Is there something interesting here? Yeah, I think there could be. I think it's going to require a lot of work to get it there. I think this sort of automation setup that is currently in place, it works. It's a little bit tedious. There is a bit of research that I didn't look at. The automaton intelligence, that's 20 cortex chips. That apparently gives you behavior unlocks of merger and splitter. You know, pick item from A and deposit to B, and then pick up item from A and deposit to C. So, you know, that might make things a bit better, but fundamentally, I think, you know, the sort of control scheme is a little bit tedious to get into. But yeah, I mean, I think the setting is kind of interesting as well, sort of post-apocalyptic-y, you know, Brave New World-esque sort of style operation. No idea why there's a train line in the sky, but yeah, visually pretty unique and interesting for a city builder. Anyway, folks, thank you ever so much for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I've been Orbital Potato. I'll catch you next time. Bye.